Okay, I want to point out some stuff here. The first thing I want you to look at is my print here. I'm looking at stuff that's being turned in this week for Module 4. Um, I want your print to look like this with all the layers on. Um, don't erase this projection line that you're having to draw. And I do want to see, you can turn the layers off if you want. Just make sure that you keep the layers in your drawing so that I can see that you've used construction lines and that you've drawn it the way the book is asking you to draw, and you've used construction lines to do that. Um, some have already turned them in; they look great, but I want to see your construction lines. I want to make sure that you've got a construction line layer and that you're actually using that. And if you are adding the line weights, which if you want to, it to me, I think it makes the prints look better. On my object line here, I've got it set to a weight of 50 millimeters, and I've got my hidden line set to 30. And to turn that line weight on and off, you should have an icon right here at the bottom, and it'll say show hide line weight. You can turn it off and on. And if you don't see that icon there, go to the side here where the customizations, and you should see line weight right here. Just make sure that that little check mark is on, and you've got that icon down here at the bottom. So that'll help you keep your prints looking good. I like using the line weights on them. Makes the prints look good when you submit them. But just make sure from this point on, if you've already turned one in, go ahead and redo it. I do want to see the hidden lines project through. And on these, especially these two bolt holes right here on the anchor base, go ahead and project those center lines through as well. I'm not going to be so picky about making you have the center lines project from here up. I already know they're there. I know you can put them in there if you want to, but to me, it's a little much. This does look kind of cluttered, but we can also turn this stuff off and on as we want to. But I want to see construction lines, and I want to see these or this projection line here as well. I have had some um, drawings turned in where the dimensions are on the same layer, and I've got some that are turned in where they're using, and I know it's going to sound funny considering I've got all these construction lines here, but I'm seeing a lot of additional lines because you're trying to get away from having to use the mirror function or the tangent radius, or just some other function. You're going about it the long way. I mean, you're turning stuff in aside from all these crazy extra lines that are being added to your drawings. You are taking way too much time having to go through and do that stuff by hand. CAD will calculate that stuff for you. So don't make the assignments harder than what they are, but do try to make them look good. So on these, most especially on the locator block, I want when you submit it, it will also have that projection line in it as well. As far as the dimensioning, I didn't dimension this one, but I would like to see some dimensions on it. It should look like this, and I would like to have the DWG. That way I can see your layers, see where you use your construction lines and things like that. I would also like to see the PDF. I think that was the one I asked for, the PDF as well. But anyways, I hope this video finds you well, and please take the time to watch it. We're almost done.